What's up, guys? Today, we're diving into those epic shows where the hero's power level is off the charts, and everyone else is just trying to keep up. So grab your popcorn and get ready to see some serious over-the-top action. Let's get into the best anime where the main characters are just ridiculously, unapologetically overpowered. Imagine if Harry Potter went to a school for magic, but instead of wands and spells, he had to deal with high-tech gadgets and an overachieving sister who's basically the Hermione of their world. That's irregular at Magic High School for you. The show's set in a future where magic is just another subject in school, and our hero, Tatsuya, is this super chill guy who's not great at spellcasting, but has more tech knowledge than Tony Stark. His sister Miyuki is a magical prodigy who's always flaunting her skill, and it's basically a sibling rivalry, but with more explosions and less family dinners. This anime got it all. Epic battles, magical gadgets that look like they belong in a sci-fi movie, and enough high school drama to make you wonder if these kids should be in class or in a soap opera. It's like if you mixed Harry Potter, Iron Man, and a high school romance, and then threw in a bunch of overpowered magic just for kicks. If you're into shows where the protagonist is a walking, talking cheat code, this is your jam. Number 4, one-outs. Imagine if baseball had a secret weapon, and that weapon was a guy named Takuchi Toa, who's so sharp he could slice through steel with a single thought. One-outs is like if you took baseball, threw in a dash of poker, and mixed it all up with some seriously high-stakes mind games. Tokuchi's not your average baseball player. He's more like a human chess engine who could outwit a supercomputer while juggling flaming bats. He plays this crazy high-risk version of baseball called one-outs, where each pitch and each play is like a high-stakes bet in a casino. The show's animation is all about that intense, edge-of-your-seat drama. The characters are scheming, the stakes are sky-high, and Takuchi's got more tricks up his sleeve than a magician at a kid's birthday party. So, if you're tired of the usual sports drama and want something where brains beat brawn in a high-stakes game of baseball, One-Outs is the show for you. So, the misfit of Demon King Academy is basically like if you took a legendary demon lord, put him in a high school, and let him loose in a world where the biggest problems are still figuring out lunch orders. Anos Voldagoed, the demon lord who's basically the fantasy equivalent of an overpowered superhero, reincarnates after 2,000 years. Turns out, being an all-powerful being with no chill doesn't exactly blend well with modern school life. Imagine showing up at school and not just acing every test, but also breaking the entire grading system because you're too good. That's Anos for you. The dude's got more power than a nuclear reactor and less patience than a cat stuck in a bathtub. And the best part, he's got the personality of a sassy, overconfident rock star who's just here to have a good time and remind everyone that they're not even close to his level. The show's got some pretty epic fights and lots of drama, but mostly it's about Anos being hilariously unbeatable and making everyone around him look like they're playing on beginner mode. If you're into watching someone effortlessly kick butt while making it all look way too easy, this show is perfect for you. Number 2, cautious hero. This anime is like if you hired a superhero who, despite having enough power to obliterate entire galaxies, still brings a full arsenal of bubble wrap and a 100-page safety manual for a simple grocery run. Imagine a hero so paranoid about every little danger that he's practically living in a state of high alert. He won't leave his room without 20 layers of armor and a 10-point risk assessment. Meanwhile, the goddess who summoned him, Ristarte, is basically the cosmic equivalent of an over-enthusiastic cheerleader trying to convince him that saving the world doesn't require a full tactical briefing. The show's humor comes from watching Seiya's extreme caution clash with the absurdly mundane, turning every situation into a hilariously over-the-top disaster prevention drill. So, if you like watching an invincible hero turn every quest into an epic saga of safety protocols and prepare for every conceivable disaster, this anime is a goldmine of laughs. Now, let's look at the last anime on our list. This show is basically an isekai power trip, where the main character, let's call him Mr. Overkill, gets a death ability so ridiculously OP that even his own shadow is like, seriously, dude? Can you chill? From the moment Mr. Overkill steps into this new world, he's like a walking nuclear reactor of doom. Enemies? More like speed bumps. They don't stand a chance. It's like watching a kid with a god-level cheat code play on easy mode and still get a high score. The plot's kind of like a buffet of oops, I accidentally destroyed everything again, with some comedy thrown in for good measure. The fun part? Watching how Mr. Overkill tries to handle his overpowering new skill, while balancing the responsibilities of, not completely annihilating everything in sight. The show's humor is a mix of absurd situations and Mr. Overkill's attempts at being a normal hero, which, let's be real, never quite works out. So If you're in the mood for an anime where the protagonist's biggest challenge is not accidentally causing a world-ending catastrophe every 5 minutes, my instant death ability is so overpowered is your jam. Just don't expect deep character development, unless you count the development of how many ways Mr. Overkill can wipe out an army in one glance. And that's all for today's power-packed lineup. If these overpowered heroes got your adrenaline pumping, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more anime awesomeness.